Hello guys, every good name is taken here and welcome to another video. And today we have a 1v1 and we're gonna see multiple games, and the first one is going to be Junior Run against Scryse. And whilst we always will show a battle, there will happen a second one after that. So during that, so we will only see half of the matches. And yeah, that's basically it. The tier that we set it to is tier 8. And yeah, today we are only going to see 4 games. And tomorrow it is gonna be the semifinals, and on Sunday we're gonna be finishing with the tomorrow we have the quarterfinals, on Sunday we have semifinals, Game of Foot plays, and the finals. And yeah, that's basically all there is to it. We will just be waiting for the enemy, which in this case is Scryse, and also as you can see there is something I put in to not have the chat shown, because we of course don't want that to happen. Not the chat, the tanks are hidden, so that people just can't watch the stream and be like, I know what he's playing. So we will of course remove them during the games, but before the game starts I would like to keep it like that. And that's basically it. Also, the stream has a 5-minute delay, so that there's no issue with that. And yeah, we will be starting in 3 minutes from now on. Let me just go ahead and finish something, and then we can of course start with the game as soon as it hits o'clock, because we want to keep the times right. We don't want anything to be out of order or something like that. Alright, so the other room is being created for the other player. So yeah. Let's really hope that everything will go fine. And yes. Just 2 more minutes, and if there's any questions, or if you maybe want to take part in these, feel free to join our Discord server. The link to that is in the comment section, not in the comment, in the description down below. So yeah, the other room is being created, and yes, it's gonna be quite interesting to see today, because for now, or in this game, we're gonna have 2 Germans fight each other, Junior Run and Scryse. And yeah, that's basically it. Hope that everything goes fine. So yeah, if we finish quicker than expected, of course we can join other rooms, so that we don't need to wait for too long, but else we are only gonna view the rooms that I set up to be. And in around 1 minute we can start, because we want to be on time. And if you don't like that, well, I don't really care that much. I have to be honest. It's just I like to be on point, or on time rather less. And we can start with the game. Also, we will be removing the markers so that you can see what tanks they are playing. And so, let's go ahead. The stream is now also online, so yes. We're going to start watching Junior run and Skryce. Junior here taking his T32, playing against Skryce in his IS-5. So we're going to have someone using a quite rare tank to see these days in all of the tier 8, because it's mostly just Russian bias and Russian heavies. And it's going to be interesting to see. Both are heading towards their respective bases, but it seems Junior has none of that. As Skryce is already in B, Junior now has the positional advantage, since he knows where Skryce is. He can get the jump on him, and he may even reset him before he caps the base fully. And so he does. Very nice shot. Now, in the positional lead, also in the HP lead, because the T32 can hold down very well with its turret, and Skryce has to be careful here with his quite inaccurate Russian tank, now taking another one into the commander's edge. And I don't think his move is right there, as he takes another one into the side. Junior, still being on full HP, can now just rush in and finish him off. And yeah, this should already be decided, as he takes a max roll there with his 4th shot, and now Junior will just clear him up for his... he bounced. Oh, but Skryce also did not manage to hit that shot or do damage, and so Junior picks this up flawlessly with still full hit points. Very well played, very nicely done right there for Junior. So, before the game starts, of course, we will swap the spawn. And yes, let me just mute my phone there. That was not intentional, and we're just going to wait for Skryce to ready up again, and then go ahead and start game number 2. And in game number 2 we now have an ISU on the side of Skryce. Very interesting pick right there. Junior keeping to his T32 in sort of an advantage on this map, as he has a turret. He can play hold down, and he has better reload, but I don't think he has better DPM in total. So let's see what these two are going to be doing. Junior again going into the middle, or this time heading down, probably reacting towards the choice of Skryce's tank, who is setting up an ambush, as it seems. Or is he going to flank around? That is what seems to have happened here. Junior does not want to give away his position, so he is not capping a base. And as neither Skryce does, he probably will be thinking that he may be sitting somewhere in the back, camping potentially. And he's not been spotted yet. Obviously, we know why, but he's probably guessing that he sits somewhere here, which is where he's heading towards. Skryce now going up here, maybe even deciding to go either here into the middle or over there into the enemy position, or he may also stay here. It's going to be quite interesting, this match, as now already 1 minute is over. Nothing really has happened, and they're both making their way towards their final positions. At least that is what Skryce seems to be doing. Junior will now notice that no one is here, so he may either cap C and then D, or he may just go completely around and go here again, as this will probably be his guess, that he just moved through here, and he can't know because he moved through here, and Skryce is going to have the ambush if he can be patient enough. because he must scare the position that Junior will come from. Oh, and I think that is very bad timing now, as Skryce may even get... No, he doesn't. Now they spot each other, now they know where they are. And I think Junior is still here in the positional advantage, as he can play hold down. But Skryce has this little bush over here, which he can use quite effectively. If Junior makes the mistake of coming from this side, which he seems to do. But maybe also not, as he is... Okay, he's taking the route I was thinking about. And... who will able... Oh... Skryce there, probably shooting APCR because of the lower amount of damage. Junior now just abusing his hit point advantage and his reload, but takes another big one from Skryce, and now it's all about reload. Can Junior reload before Skryce, or will Skryce finish this? And this one goes to Skryce, surviving with 101 hit point. Just out DPMing the T-32 there, very nice move. And yes, that's basically it. Now we are going to be setting the map to random, as it is a best of 3. The tiebreaker will be decided by that. Alright, both participants are now ready, so let's go ahead and get into the last battle. This time Junior changing up his tank towards the lightweight. Probably good, considering the map is Neville Frontier, as he can move towards other caps fairly quickly. And again, Skryce sticking to his ISU, and let's see what that does for him. If he can abuse his DPM again, or if Junior will just outsmart him. Because, not just potentially, but on average, Skryce just needs 2 shots to kill Junior. So if he can get the ambush, he should be fine. But if Junior gets caught off guard, he will be in a big amount of trouble. And as it seems, Junior does not think Skryce went up, which is what he did. Junior now on the hunt of Skryce, as he does not know where he is. But by now he should probably, as the ISU is not that quick, he realizes, which is a very nice move, and now he will go up, and that should probably be what Skryce is doing, but just to turn around here actually, as Junior will now get him from behind, or not. Oh, Skryce, this might be it. This is the deciding move. Oh, and Junior bounces. Very fortunate here for Skryce that Junior does not manage to penetrate him. And Junior just going into the cap now. Very clever move. I wouldn't stay in C though, as he can just very easily take a shot. And he does not stay there. He decides to move away and dodges the shot from Skryce. Now probably heading towards B. Still full HP. Skryce is a free shot. He has to be very careful how he does this. And Junior not going for B and taking probably C instead, to immediately go for B next, which is my call. And he seems to be doing exactly that. As he now is in A, he will have the point advantage. Skryce now probably... Oh, he isn't going to get C. That is very interesting. So he's hoping that Junior will attack him, or he might outsmart him and think that he's going to be, but he does the wrong move here, capping C, giving away his position, as Junior can just play on points. Skryce will have no idea of anticipating from where Junior is coming from, and he is using that bush very well, getting very closely and very slowly into that bush. Now Scryce, being spotted, does not know where he is coming from, whilst Junior is just staying there, probably waiting for his opportunity of Scryce to come closer so that he can get one shot into him. And maybe Scryce has figured out what happens. He should be able to proxy spot him now, which he does. And it's now just a matter of time if Junior drops down, if he moves away, or if maybe Scryce misses and Junior just moving in immediately. And let's see how close this is. Oh, very nice shot into the superstructure. Junior now even able to just take a shot, but he dodges it, but bounces one as well. Very unfortunate there for him. Scryce already a potential death there if he wouldn't have bounced 2 of these 4 shots that Junior has fired. And he's just taking his time, he's playing carefully, but he takes a big shot by Scryce. And if he times it wrong, he's dead, and he knows that, which is why he won't be dropping down. Very nice high roll there from Scryce as well, not getting messed up by the RNG, and he has to hit this. And Junior's dropping down, and this may be it. Nope, Junior's reloaded. But Scryce can still take a shot, and Junior is out. Scryce with a very well comeback there with his ISU. Just very closely winning this battle. 2-1. And in quite an impressive fashion, I have to say. So, yeah. Gotta say, he did that very well. GG to both. Very nicely done. Let me just one moment, please. So this is it for this game. We're going to be resetting the score, and let's have a look how the others are doing. One moment please, where is it? Season 2 is over here. And the next game we're going to be witnessing is False Concept against Ace on Rockfield. So that will be interesting to know how this one ends. We know we're gonna play on a random map. Rockfield is the call here. And as they may already join the room earlier, we're going to hide the potential tanks again. And it seems like something happened there in the other game, as someone seemingly disconnected from what I've heard. Oh, what happened? Yeah. Seemingly lost because of an ammo rack. And someone lost his connection. That is not very fortunate, I have to be honest. We don't have any rule about that, so I don't really know what happened. But yeah. Let's just add the score. This is how the game ended. So Junior is now out of this. Meaning that, yeah, very interested how the other game will end. And Ace is now already here. share the stream because someone seemingly is not able to find it. Yeah. Basically, it's now just all about waiting. Gravy's game will be happening later as well. He's one of the participants. Let's have a look if we're actually going to witness his game. Nope, we won't, actually. Okay, first game is over. Junior a bit complaining about his RNG right there in the chat. Interesting stuff right there. So hopefully all of what I did to hide the tank is working just fine, but apparently it seems to be, as we're just waiting. Yeah, apparently really someone lost connection in his first game. Alright, so the game ended 2-0 for Fearless. So let's just add that to the message. Oops, sorry. Alright, so let's just attack whoever is the next enemy now in this match, and in this case it's False Concept. So, feel free to join now. If he wants, we could start early to maybe witness one of the other match. Alright, there is Mr. Concept. Map is Rockfield. It's going to be interesting to see what will happen between these two participants. And let's go ahead and already start with the first game. Because why not? The people are ready, so yeah. Let's remove that, so that you can freely watch what a Mod 1 can do against a VKP on Rockfield. Ace not being very happy there with his enemy. But it all was generated through random number generator. So yes. It's going to be very interesting what will happen between these two participants. Talking a little bit there, he's still on his move. Whilst Falls now capping C, so he will have a point advantage. And let's see Ace's response. Will he keep going to A or will he turn around? And we have our answer of the turnaround, as he's maybe going for C or either trying to defend B. Probably now Falls could think of that as a counter to his play, so he might put that into his own gameplay, but it seems like Ace is going back through the open there, giving Falls a free spot over his position whilst not getting spotted back himself. I wonder if Ace knows where he's spotted from, because there's not a lot of positions where he could have been seen from. And he's just looking probably, as Falls is just waiting for his opportunity to put one shot into him. Now Falls moving even closer, or probably looking to maybe sneak into B, since he knows Ace is there. His route will be that he either goes around here to B or he goes around there to A, and it seems later one is what he will be doing, and Ace with a slow tank there, no chance, as he had not the greatest map for his tank to be picked, but everything random through the random number generator. So it's unfortunate, but it can happen. Falls now capping A, may even go to B next, as Ace was on his way to C. He's now going to move back, maybe through the middle to get B. I don't know. But it would be interesting to see a fight happen, at least at the end of the match. But I don't think Falls is gonna risk anything here. Yeah, he's just moving away from B now, as Ace is making his way towards it. Falls probably just looking for that one spot that he needs to figure out where Ace is. And he will be quite surprised to know that he just went from there to there and then to there. Which he of course does not know. He just knows he saw him last there and now he's at B. Oh, he's trying to get towards A, I believe, to get it to be unspotted, but Falls has his back now. And he shoots. Interesting choice there, even getting his ammo rack damaged. Very interesting indeed. You just want to try to stay full HP there. That might be possible, as we have some achievements for the 1v1s. One of which is to stay full HP, which he currently is. Junior also managed to do that in his last game. Oh, quite a big whiff there, even shooting over this hill. But this is it. First game is over. False wins this with a cap against Ace in his VKP. And now let's swap the spawns. Ready up again. Ace really not happy. Lol. And participants are taking the same tanks again. Very interesting of them to do that. Wouldn't have expected it, if I am very honest with you. I wonder what he means by that. I may ask him afterwards. And it seems they are taking the same route. Ace going towards A, or not going, he's trundling towards it. Why is False? Is he A or B? It's A this time. Going to be his first camp. Probably trying to confuse him by not going C as he did last game. But this is gonna play right into Ace's hands, as he is very close to the cap and he will shoot him. He's not gonna go without a fight. Ace will get A before he gets any other base. And if False goes for B, he can just go for A and then has two caps. So it's a tricky situation now. He's going to get C, but just as he is there, he will already have capped A. He maybe will consider to go B, which is very interesting. Yep. He may even reach B before False reaches C, so he's gonna get a massive point advantage here. Now spotted by False, who maybe just will look to reset him. But if he positions himself right, he's gonna have a hard time doing so with his mod 1, as it does not own the best amount of penetration. Both been spotted, both know their position. False now going for C, or just completely go around. Maybe looking to get A, and depending what Ace does, this game might already be decided. Personally, I would stay at B, because you're gonna notice that he's not capping C, so they're even right in front of each other now. Taking a big one there, but he is now on his side. Of course, I did not expect that, but False now putting his first couple of shots into him, whilst Ace is just trying to get his turret around to get one more into Ace. And depending on the roll, yes, False is now a one-shot. And if Ace maneuvers his tank correctly, he should be able to win this game. But also depending on his following shot, False might win this. So he needs to hit this, otherwise it's over. He wedges up his tank and he does win, making the score 1-1. Very nice to see that he did not just give up right there, surviving with 187 hit points. So also a one-shot, just like in the game with Junior we had. And to spice things up, we are now gonna have the map set to random. Alright, let's go ahead and start with game number 3. And we have Port Bay. Falls now taking an AMX M4 49, probably not only because it's faster than a VKP and he expected Ace to take the VKP, but it also has a little bit of armor. The gun is by far better than the one from the mod 1, so it's gonna be interesting to see how he puts it to use. Ace probably looking to get into the city, wouldn't recommend going towards C, as he will just be outplayed there just alone by the position, and this is exactly what he's doing. Probably doing just what he did last game, A and then B, whilst Ace is looking... Why do I say Ace? Whilst False is looking to get C, and he should be there before Ace gets towards A, so he will have the point lead for the start. And I wonder if Ace keeps going towards A, or if he maybe will turn around. But he does not, so he keeps going towards A, probably be there after False finishes hit cap, and then it's all about getting B, or False maybe even going completely around to cap A. Either way, it will be very interesting to see this last match go down between these two, just as the game with Junior and Skryce, as he also had a very nice comeback. And it seems they picked the same route, though False is taking a longer one, and as expected going to take A, or just looking to get some flank shots to secure that B is not getting capped. And he will be spotting Ace as he crosses, but he arrives at B quicker. Will now sit in it and drag False out with that, who will be side scraping. That is for sure, and he might just always go for the reset as he has the point advantage. Now takes a big one from Ace, who takes a shot, so he can't finish capping B. And now False moving in, Ace moving out of the base, which may not be the smartest idea as he takes another one moving towards him. I really don't think he should have moved out of C, or rather more B, as this was his only pressure he had, as he is down in points, also down in hit points now, and he does not have the DPM to fight back against his AMX. And he keeps trying to go for these side scrapes, which I really think is nice to see, that even though the VK might be able to overmatch the side, he's still looking to get these bounces and use his armor as efficiently as he can. Ace trying out the same, but in a kind of weird fashion, as he probably just wants to get a bait into his track there. Hopefully not over peeking, which he does in the end. And bounces on False, which now should mean that this game is close to be over. But False bounces again, and Ace will be able to put out one more shot, puts it right into his front. But is now a one shot and would technically need 2 more shots to kill False. And it's not gonna happen. And False takes back the victory and secures his win on Port Bay, netting himself a nice score of 2-1. Also a very quick map there, nothing to complain about. And he even recognized that he made a mistake in his last game. So let's have a look. The others may be still playing. It's over here, so let's see if we can for now join the others. Oh, wait a moment. It was right there. They're playing their first map right now, or their first match, rather more. Also, let's hide their tanks, just to be sure, when they come out of the game. And yeah, let's add the results. as false secured. A very impressive 2-1 against Ace, who put up a very nice fight, in my opinion, especially considering their difference in skills and stats. So their first game is over. Alright, so Fujit winning his first match. Very nice. Against Gravy, who is one game down now on Port Bay. Both with interesting tank choices, which you will see after the game ends. Or when the game starts, I shall rather say, and a very interesting start. There we go. Why is he on Rockfield though? The maps are supposed to be Port Bay, aren't they? Wait, no, that was just a tiebreaker. My mistake. It is Rockfield, indeed. I was just confused by myself there with the tiebreaker. But we have also Port Bay, which will be played later on in the tournament. Gravy now immediately going for C, whilst Fujit is looking to get A, with a tank I absolutely despise and think is the worst of its tier, the KV4. Let's see if he can put this tank to good use, and maybe change my mind about it. Gravy probably just looking to spot him. Probably thinks he will go to A, and see if he can spot him from there, which is gonna be interesting if he does. He could also blind shot this spot right here, so I wouldn't recommend sitting in very obvious positions. Ooh, he reset it. Yeah, very clever move. He stays in this space. Oh, and now he is spotted though. Ah, yeah. That's the difference between a big heavy with no view range and a light tank with good view range and good amount of camo and some premium rounds that can actually do damage to his enemy. So either we're going to see a 2-0 clutch from Fujit, who now takes another one with HE, or we are going to see another tiebreaker. And Gravy just putting 2 HEs into him. Very nice decision to do that. Very smart move. And Fujit trying to outsmart him now by taking the other side of this camp, which I maybe even would have done in the first time entering this cap. And he needs to put himself a little bit more in. There we go. And now it's just a matter of time if Gravy can figure out what he did or not. But it seems to be that Fujit can now cap the space and also gain some points. Yep, Gravy still thinking he's there. Missed twice now, and he moves down, probably getting towards B, or going completely around to take A, whilst Fujit makes his way to get B and get some more points again. Gravy now in the knowledge of his enemy's position will move here. Fujit may not be expecting that, which he doesn't. So Gravy should have this in the back, theoretically, but he bounces, unfortunately, on the side of Fujit, and now he is on his rear, and there is absolutely nothing the KV4 can do other than hoping that the RU's shells will run out, which can happen. It does not have a lot of shells, but Gravy seems to be packing enough heat, takes one very lucky non-penetrating HE there, puts Fujit down to a one-shot and bounces. If Fujit would have penetrated that HE, it could have been way closer now, as he bounces another shell, putting himself down to a one-shot now. He needs to aim, and he can secure the game, but very closely. If Fujit would have shot AP instead of HE in that situation, would have been his game. Very close one. Very nice comeback from Fujit as well. And then let's just remind him to put a random map and see how the last game is going to be played out. Fujit now changing up his tank. Let's see if Gravy does any changes. And he actually does. But if he keeps this tank, it's going to be quite interesting how he will deal with his enemy. And he does. Both are now ready, so let's get ahead into this game. And we have the 252U against T49 action. And it's going to be a very interesting one. I am very interested to see what will happen in this match, as Fujit has the armor advantage by far. T49 will struggle to do anything against the 252U. May just go for HE splashes and whittle him down as quickly as possible, or he tries to get up on his ass and put some heat into it, which is the only possible spot where he could probably penetrate, or he gets a very lucky flush side, which is highly unlikely though. Fujit now realizing Gravy not capping any bases, probably the right decision to do, as he needs to have the advantage. Fujit is still able to cap the base though before Gravy puts in his shot, who just reveals his position, and now he has point advantage. Let's see how Gravy is going to deal with it with his T49. Probably not the right move to do and move in, but let's see how Fujit can deal with it anyway. Will he be able to put one in? Or is Gravy able to maybe even take the base A? Or will they just keep on doing this? Oh, very nice shot by Fujit. Gravy probably now looking to not put a heat in, just a safe HE. He is also, just to note, a potential 2-shot. If Fujit does roll average and does not massively low roll, he should be fine. But if Gravy keeps on doing the shots like he does right now, he will need probably 2, if he's very lucky, 3 on average, or if he's unlucky, 4 shots. Both missing now. Fujit on the reload advantage though. Both staying in their position and may even peek on the same spot again. Oh, you won't do that, Gravy, will you? Oh, Fujit taking one with HE but can't return his favor. Is he going to push over or will he stay is the question here. Gravy really just looking to whittle him down, maybe even just looking to cap a base now. Curiosity is big. He may go completely around to cap A, which is a possibility. He may just sit there, which is what he's doing, to wait and put one into Fujit with HE, but he avoids it very well. Or luckily, I shall guess, as he's raging a bit with missing that shot. Don't recommend Fujit to stay there, as he can get outspotted and does not have the chance to spot Gravy back, who is now flanking around. Is he gonna go through B? He does. And he's going to cap it. Interesting choice. Fujit just needs to defend A. That is all he needs to do. He needs to defend A. Gets the driver from Fujit. So if he really wants to go for B, Gravy can just either go for C or A instead, and he will be in the point lead by far. after a small amount of time, though Fujit has built up quite a lot of points. So it's going to be interesting how these two players will deal with it. Oh, and he puts in another shot. Gravy with a very well aimed one there. Onto Fujit's tank. He needs to be careful, he's a one-shot. He is indeed a potential one-shot. I don't think it's now even worth capping a base for Gravy, and he probably realizes this. And will go there, I would guess. Fujit doing the right move, sitting behind this rock, as he expects Gravy to come from here. Oh, but he moves out. I don't think that's the right call there, Fujit, as he will be getting spotted any moment. There it is. And yep, Gravy was able to pick him up to secure this game with his T49 against the 252U. Very interesting move right there. Absolutely smacking him down with how many shots did he fire? 8 in total. Doing damage with 6 of them though. Very, very interesting. Alright, so as this game also ended in a 2v1 or 2-1, next game we are going to be witnessing is the Tingos against 50/50. And I am very interested to see that game. I can tell you that. So let's actually just kick things off and do that right away. Shall we? Let's open up the training room. Let's create a room with hiding the enemy vehicle. I will also, already to be quick, put that on. Like supremacy. It is ETL 1v1. Wait, how did I type it? Just to make sure that we keep everything nice and clean. 1v1 session 1 day 1. Alright. Session 1 day 1. And the map these two participants will be facing each other off is Desert Sands. Quite an interesting map. Expecting to see some medium or light lineup there. So yes, very interested to see this. Also, whilst we are going to be witnessing the game of Ting against 50, we're going to be having Ali Mosa 2017 playing against R6 Siege Gamer, also on Desert Sands. Going to be interesting. And the last game we will be watching is Hyper Spider, who is currently in the chat, against Onic83, and that map is going to be Black Goldville. Alright, so map is correct, the players are correct. Let's just go ahead and see what will happen. Let's see, participants are not here yet. But of course, they still have time. I hate these toxic people. We don't have any of them here. I wonder if they are in here. I maybe should let them know the room name as well. So let's copy it. Editing at 50. Room is up. It's quite a successful evening, I have to say. Let's see if we keep on going that for tomorrow as well. Let's just to be sure invite them, since they do not respond on my message. Hey, where did he go? There he is. Oh my god. Okay, so 50 has 5 minutes left to join us. keep it like this so we can see when he joins us. This fucking cunt of a player. Can I block him so that he can't join? What a motherfucking cunt. Has he no life? Like, what the fuck, man? Stop this bullshit. I can do this all day. I'm gonna set a password now. "50 is nowhere to be seen." He has the password. Alright, 50, where are you at, sir? I don't see Junior's room. I hope he's made one. Alright, 50's here. Very nice. He's still in time. Just gonna invite him for safety. Oh, for fuck's sake. There we go. There he is. Alright, and the first battle can begin. We're going to have the T49 against the M6A2 E1 Experimental. So we're going to see another light tank on heavy tank action. Nice meme, please. Alright, so starting off, we have things spawning in the north, heading towards A, as it was expected, and 50 either going for C or B. That is going to be the deciding factor of this match, and he seemingly is going for C. Or will he change his idea? Maybe he does. He's going for B immediately, cutting off Sting chance to get B, but also he reveals his position. Oh, very nice cheeky shot right there from Ting, putting one into 50, who's now going to be capping B, but he is behind on points. And if he decides to go for C, Ting has the opportunity to just freely take B, I mean. And he tricked him. Very well played. Nice mind games there. Thinking or making 50 think he's going around here, whilst he does the complete opposite. So let's see if 50 can realize that quickly enough, otherwise he will have some big troubles here. And he should have realized it by now. Oh, both of them aiming at each other. Oh, not quite, they were. 50 is gonna get spotted any time soon. Any moment he should be spotted. But he isn't. What? Now he is. And they both know it. 50 probably knowing that he spotted him from over here. Ting now. What is gonna be his move is what I'm wondering. He may go for C, but they're gonna spot each other again. Oh, risky shot. Didn't happen. And he's gonna get an even bigger cap lead now. As he gets into C, and then he can just run. And when 50 gets to B, Ting can just... when 50 gets to C, Ting just can go and get B again. So it's all about how they do it. He does not have to fight. That's for all we know. Oh, I guess that was a ping issue by 50 there. As he gets a big fire by Ting. Interesting stuff right there. And he's just securing the space so that 50 cannot cap it. Very interesting move right there. Just trying to bait his shot. Very interesting way of doing it. Or they're just gonna sit and wait until the cap is done. I mean, at some point, even if he gets C, it won't matter. It won't have any effect. And I guess this point is now done. So that even if he gets C, he won't be able to get enough points in time. And so Ting will secure this game. And he may just go and stay full HP. And even put one more shot in. Oh, he even killed his driver. What a mad lad. And he survives with full HP, securing a very well played first game. Yep. Very nicely done right there. Swap the spawns. And as they take the same tanks again, let's go ahead and into the battle. Game number 2. And the game starts. Please ping guards. He's still praying to them guards. Going towards A again. 50 doing the same move as well. So the spawn change didn't really have any effect on them. Also, just to mention that again, the enemies you get in the 1v1 in the first match and the maps are completely random. Just to mention that again. As Ting now caps A, 50 is in C, and Ting is immediately going around towards 50. He either is gonna sit here and see if he can spot 50, or he's going to take C. It's going to be interesting what move he's gonna do, as 50 may go for B, or just do what Ting is trying, though he's way slower with it. And I was right. Ting is... oh, sorry. He is going to go into the corner first. But 50 is already out of range of being spotted, so Ting is going to head towards C and take that base away from 50. His only point source. Oh, he's not actually. Does not want to reveal his position. He's just going full in, full Mad Lad mode. And he gets spotted. Spots 50 back, and let's see if 50 can turn this game back and force it to get into the tiebreaker. As both are now unspotted again, it's going to be very interesting what happens. Oh, through this gap he got spotted. Yeah, that's the thing with this map. This is actually possible. Ting gets the ambush, but oh, he takes an even bigger shell than 50 does. 640. I think that is the maximum roll you can get in an M6A2E1 with HE. Amazing penetration right there. As Ting now caps C as I expected to do earlier. 50 will recap it, of course, but Ting is going to be still ahead on points by far. Oh, this is going to be close. I mean, Ting can play on points now. He can just always go around the map at his house. Oh, sneaky shot into 50, but he didn't fire. He held his shot, very interestingly enough. And I wonder if Ting is gonna risk it again, or if he's going to play on points. Oh, is he gonna get into B again? Is the question. Huh. Let's see, 50. Has he a plan in mind? What could he do here to lure out Ting? Just a little bit far enough to maybe get even a tracking shot in, though he should already have his repair kit back up, to then a potential ram, but it does not seem to be happening, as Ting is now very far ahead on points and he's gonna get even further. Ooh, very well HE penetration there, dodging 50's shell. Oh, and I think this is it. S50 now is not in the greatest situation of his life, and Ting just has the ability to move in whenever he wants, swags a heat or even an HE into his side, and it should be over. Oh, when he puts an HE, does not get shot in the back, and with the next shot this game should be over. Or maybe he's going to cap again. Both possible. But who knows, maybe 50 gets lucky. Oh, and he doesn't. Ting even having a max roll, as you could hear from the sound, but still leaves 50 on 43 HP. And this game is going to be over any moment, as the cap points are close to being to 1000. This is Ting's game, and yes, he does finish him off, securing a 2-0 win over 50. Yeah, the only shot he did, or that did damage to be exact. GG. One moment, guys. So Ting wins game number 5. game 5 of this day, to be more precise. 2-0 against 50/50 YouTube channel. Check it out if you want to. Game 5 is over with that, and it's just one more game that we are going to be witnessing. And these players that we are going to be watching are Hyper Spider against Onic on Black Goldville. So let's put on our protection again from showing the tanks. Change it to Black Goldville. Remove the password, as I hope he won't join us again. That bugger of an idiot from earlier. There we go. Let's see how the other game is going. Seems like that game is also already over. It's a 2-0 for Alimosa against R6. So another game that ended without a tiebreaker. Very interesting indeed. So we're going to have some very interesting matches tomorrow coming up. And oh, I forgot to add day 1 of that. So we're just waiting for these last 2 participants of today. If they join us earlier, then we may even be able to watch the last game of... Who is it? Let's just recheck it. It is Eurofighter against Even China on the same map. And there is Hyper Spiders. Currently in a tier 7 tank, though he is not allowed to take tier 7 as it is tier 8. And we are not like wargaming, so yes, just one fixed tier. Misclick by that. Allies only. Also, whilst we wait, as I'm just adding 2 more people to our Human vs Zombie session of next week, if you also want to participate with us, there are still 3 spots left to take. So join us in the Discord server, link to that is in the description down below. so that we can have some fun together. Never mind, he just changed his tank. It's going to be interesting, especially for Black Gold though, as it's one of the maps I absolutely cannot like, or despise, is a better way to put it, I believe. So yeah. Okay, Onyx is responding. Wait. Onyx seems to be on his way, I would believe, at least. He is on his way. Let's just invite him anyway. Onyx 83 invited to the room, so that we can even witness the other game, if we are quick enough. Just waiting for Mr. Onyx. I feel like I saw a message, but I'm just wrong. There he is. And yeah, like Gold, Onyx versus Hyper Spiders. Just making sure he selects the right tank, as he just requested again what tier it is, to make sure, of course. And we can go ahead and start with our first game. Onyx versus Hyper, Black Gold, Heavy versus Medium. I mean, the issue of it being a CDC is not an issue now. 252U, as the CDC has great penetration. So let's see how he can abuse that effectively. I cannot type, sorry Onyx, but of course you are allowed to cap, otherwise it would not be supremacy. And we could just have it to be just standard encounter as well. Is Hyper Eva typing, or is he just waiting? Waiting, it seems. Onyx now not just quite making the move to cap A, probably being unsure whether or not it's allowed to cap a base, or he's really just making sure, searching for Hyper, who is now in an unspottable area from his position. As he now caps C, Onyx may go for B actually, and then drop back towards A. So let's see what he does. Hyper now knows he does not have to worry, as he is finished with C quite quickly. He could maybe squeeze out a shot into Onyx if he is not quick enough. Or takes the wrong route. I mean, he could have went up, but he would have taken a shot for that. Oh, and he's not going to A. Interesting. He is looking to get C. Or to get Hyper, respectively. Who just left his boundaries. Oh, they spotted each other. Hyper knows it. He just needs to defend C. That's all it takes. Unless Onyx goes for A, but by then he is already in B. So it's quite a tricky situation here. Hyper now just waiting, side scraping to make sure that he's not getting penned, but he's also not getting spotted, and Onyx very quick with his decision. Immediately going for A, and he is then in the cap advantage for the moment. Just needs to be quick enough to get back to B. So let's actually get towards him. And also look out for Hyper's reaction, and as expected he is going to be. For the moment Onyx will be in a cap point lead, but as long as Hyper gets B back, he will get his lead back fairly easily and quite quickly. So Onyx needs to defend. He needs to move in or it is over. Unless he goes for C. But it seems like that's not the cup of his tea. Ooh, and Hyper turns into the right direction there, as he expects Onyx to come from there. Ooh, and it's gonna be a face-on match. Onyx takes the first. Hyper now reversing. Obviously wants to use the fact that he's not reloading so quickly, so trading shot for shot is not the greatest idea here, especially when you face a 252U. Hyper now in the HP advantage, in the hit point armor advantage, and especially in the point advantage. He can just let it run down to the wire and win by points here, but he's not gonna let that happen, as he is searching the fight, just not quite getting it. Oh, very well shot from both of these players. Onyx now putting another one in, for the first time having a fair trade or even a better trade, but Hyper is there to clear him up and win game number 1. Onyx being a little bit too passive there, in my opinion. Should have been a bit more aggressive there, but whatever it is, it happens. Very close game though in the end. Now let's swap the spawn. And see, they are not changing up their tanks in any shape or form. So let's just go with the next one. The next game it is. And again, we're seeing CDC against 252U. Onyx this time immediately heading towards A, because he knows he's quicker at C. He just knows it by far. You need it. Cheeky bugger. Onyx playing a little bit too careful there in my opinion. He needs to risk it. The 252U is not as quick. And because Hyper is gonna get C again first. Or is he? No, he isn't. This time around Onyx is going to have a cap lead just of a little bit, but he has it. And when playing 1v1 in Supremacy, which usually is the case, then cap lead is very important. But away from Onyx, let's see what Hyper's next move is going to be. Will he move to B? Will he wait? Driving to base B. Is that what he expects to happen, or is that what his plan is? He may be just chatting with R6 currently, who knows. But of course R6 does not know where Onyx is, and he's just very careful. His approach will be undetected until he's here. But of course he does not know that either. So Hyper just looking and waiting for Onyx move, whilst Onyx is doing the same. Yep. And he will spot him when he goes around this corner, and he catches him off guard. Is he gonna put one in? Yes, he does. Very nice shot. He shouldn't be too greedy though. Oh, and Hyper misses. That's the chance for Onyx. He is not allowed to bounce a shot. Uses APCR there to make sure, and is now in a very good situation. He has the point lead. He has the hit point lead especially. And he can trade with Hyper without having to worry too much for now. Oh, but he bounces. That is not a good thing to have happened. Tracks him now and can go around him. Hyper not having a repair kit, or just was taking a bit longer to use it. Oh, and he bounces again. That's not good. He needs to penetrate his shells. And he bounces again. Onyx now has to retreat, but he's gonna take one. Or is he? No, he does not. Hyper now very nicely getting back that hit point lead, getting an even bigger one, making Onyx down to a one shot. He had this in the bag. Probably just refused to use APCR there. Which was greedy. It was very greedy, I have to say. But Hyper abusing the armor that his tank has, which is of course the right thing to do. So let's see if Onyx can maybe turn this around, as he has the point lead. He does not need to risk it at all. He just needs to be careful. Of course Hyper knows that, but does Onyx know it too, is the question. I mean, he's looking to risk it, basically. Oh, and he makes the mistake. He does a driving mistake, and that was fatal in that situation. Hyper immediately noticing it, moving in, and securing himself. A 2-0 against Onyx. GG. And let's dismiss this room, as the other one is waiting for us. There we are. Oh, it happened already, did it? I wonder if the games are happening already, or if they happened. Alright, that's a 2-0 for Hyper Spiders, securing himself a very solid victory, but Onyx had the chance. He just was not able to use it effectively. Alright. We're gonna put these on again to prevent any kind of spoilers. So it looks like it's a very solid game, or a very solid evening, I have to say. Tomorrow you can expect even greater games, hopefully. And yes. It's really just Mr. Ethan. Let's see if we can maybe invite him even. But he is not online, that bugger. And Eurofighter, who is actually online. There he is. Alright, it's just Oof and China that we are waiting on. So Ethan has still 5 minutes for now. If he does not appear, Eurofighter will win without any question. Huh, Ethan, I can't believe you're not coming. Really can't believe it. Come on, is he really gonna not show up? What a bugger. Yeah, 1 minute. If not, this game goes over without a doubt. I guess we can call this a GG already, can we? Because it's no Ethan in sight. And GG. This was it from today. As Ethan did not appear, this game ends without anything basically. And so yeah, this was it from today. I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. Link to the Discord server is down in the description. And yeah, this was it from me. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you all again tomorrow.